guys, and welcome to the year 2022, and today is hashtag Sustainable Sundays. I am Jan of Kaduna, and in today's video we're going to be talking about sustainable New Year resolutions for me, and you could also learn from me, and maybe it could also help you in your own sustainable lifestyle, especially if you're a Nigerian living in Nigeria. You get my drift. So I'm going to be talking about things that I want to do better, or things I even want to start doing in the year 2022 as regards sustainability. So first off, I want to try to totally stop the use of single-use plastic. Now, single-use plastic could be from for us, like, I'm trying to use examples that are easily accessible to normal Nigerians, everyday Nigerians. So single-use plastics like plastic cutleries that we get when we buy food outside, when we buy food from vendors, styrofoam plates that when we buy food most especially from vendors, single-use plastic bags, the nylons they give us whenever we buy things from the stores, from the local markets, single-use plastic bags, water sachets. I am privileged to own a water filter at home. So I'm going to invest in getting a bottle for myself, a metal bottle or a water bottle that I could always fill up with water and take it to wherever I'm going to, instead of being tempted to buy either a sachet water or a bottled water. I'll try to be more conscious. It's going to be very hard. Another thing again I also want to stop is buying plastic soft drinks or plastic bottled soft drinks or plastic bottled water. Now, this is a very tough one because I love soft drinks, and especially carbonated drinks. I love them a lot, and it's going to be hard because in the Nigerian space, you go for functions, those like the easy refreshments that they give to guests. And I go to a lot of places and they just give it to you. It's easy to grab, and it's just easy for them. They don't have to bother about the broken bottles and all that. But I want to try, even if I don't get 100% on that, I want to try to get like 80%. Already with plastic bottled water, I will have my refillable water option this year. So with plastic bottled water, I think I should be able to defeat that easily. But it's with the soft drinks, that is where it's going to be like a gray area. But I hope that I could be able to get at least an 80% pass mark when it comes to that. Because after all, in the Nigerian system, like, the recycling ecosystem is a bit just a few states have like active recycling systems, and even in those states they are not as active as they should actually be. So that we almost never recycle in Nigeria, unless like local traditional recycling, especially in Kaduna. I'm talking about recycling. I would like to research more and know about the recycling ecosystem in Kaduna and even around me, and try to also educate people about recycling and how we could help these recycling companies and how to also help these recycling companies. Because for now that I know of, I do not know of any recycling company in Nigeria, unless local recyclers like waste pickers that pick some of these plastic bottles. And I'm trying to research and know more about the recycling ecosystem in Nigeria. Another thing that I want to do better in 2022 is try to know more about environmental issues, try to be more informed on the global scale and also on the local scale. In Nigeria, I would like to know more about what is happening in the Ogoni spill. I would like to know more about what's happening about the suits in Port Harcourt, and also other environmental issues that affect us in Nigeria and affect us in Africa and the world at large. I would love to do that. In as much as you're being informed about political issues and economic issues, you should also be very much informed about environmental issues, because without a great environment, there's no proper space for for economic reforms or economic things and that, and no proper place for political systems to take place at all. We have to first of all protect our environment for us to be able to even do these other things. So I would like to be more informed about environmental issues. Now, talking about being more informed about environmental issues, I am in the process of getting my permanent voters card in Nigeria. If you're a Nigerian living in Nigeria, or you're not even living in Nigeria, if you're a Nigerian or you're conversant with what's happening in Nigeria, you know that 2023 is a big year for Nigerians. It's the next general elections. And especially for young people, just generally as a Nigerian, we know that this election is one of those elections that we are going to know. It's one of those elections that is going to either make or mar this great nation of ours, and everyone is looking forward to this election, and everyone should be looking forward to this election, trying to know who are these candidates, what they can do, what are their plans for our environment, our plans for economic reforms, their plans for political systems, their plans for security, and all that. This election is the election, and that is one thing that I'm making sure I'm going to be doing in 2022. I'm going to pursue my voter's card to the end. I must get that voter's card, and I must also make sure that in the year 2023 I get to be able to vote and vote someone that I believe will be able to move this nation forward. So we should be at alert, ask these people questions like crazy, know what they're all about, not just because the person says he's going to be a change master or a change whatever. Let's try to be more critical about these people, because we've seen what has happened in this country in the last few years, and we want better. Now, enough of political talk. Another thing that I want to do better as regards sustainable living in the year 2022 is try to upcycle more, try to make the best use of everything that I have. Use it till it can almost be used no more. Use it till like it finishes its lifespan as much as possible. I'm going to try to do that. Even if it cannot be used at the form it is, I'll try to use it to make something else. I'm not really good in the whole DIY department, but I'll try my possible best, look out for ideas on how I could best use something to the best of his ability, like till he die. Till he die. That is what I want to do in 2022. Use it till he die. Till the thing is begging me that it does not have life again. That's what I want to do in the year 2022. Another thing that I want to do in the year 2022 is buy from sustainable brands. Since I became more intentional about sustainability, I have been looking out for sustainable alternatives, from skincare to clothing. And last year I even did a review of a sustainable sanitary product, a reasonable pad that I have been using till now, and I still have great reviews for it. So I'll be looking to purchase from some of these brands. So I've been doing some kind of window shopping, and some of them, their prices are very affordable, and there's some that you might have to part with a bit more to be able to get that. And I'll be hoping to do some reviews for you guys on Sustainable Sundays. So those are some of the things I want to do. Another thing again I want to do is shop local. Already, I personally shop local. I don't know how to shop internationally. I buy most of my things locally, whether they're made locally or not. I try to buy locally. So for us to try to reduce carbon emissions by always buying online, Amazon, AliExpress, some of these things we can get them readily available to us around us. There are a lot of local artisans that make some of these things even better than some of these foreign products that we get. There are a lot of small businesses that are doing wonderfully, beautifully well, and grow the naira. Support the naira to grow the naira. We should be trying to look for how we could be supporting these local artisans. I know that yes, Nigeria, some of these Nigerian businesses, they are not really doing the Lord's work, but still there are a lot of Nigerian vendors, Nigerian small businesses that are doing very, very great, and you just have to look out for them and you will see them, myself included. So we should try to shop locally. Our food, our clothing, we should just try to shop locally instead of looking all the way over there. If we can, please try to shop locally this year. Another thing that I want to do this year is plant trees. Now, I'm fortunate that I live with my family, and we live in our own family home. And we've moved in for we've lived here for about a year plus, and this year I want to start putting some greenery around the house, from planting plants, decorative plants, to planting actual trees, also having indoor plants and outdoor plants. I really want to do that this year, and I'll be taking you guys through along with how I try to care for these plants and how I get these plants. So I'm really excited about that. I want to plant trees in my home, and you too can do that around you. It might not be actual trees, it could just be plants. If your house does not, like, if where you live you cannot afford to plant a tree, you could have indoor plants, you could have outdoor plants. If you can, we should try to do that. We should try to add some greens to our life. I think that I want to do this year, I know that some Nigerian dishes are already vegan, but I want to try and see what vegan meals are like in the Nigerian perspective. Note, I am not going vegan. I'm not just going vegan, but I want to try to just explore it. I'm just going to be trying to be a bit more adventurous this year. I'm just trying to be a bit more adventurous this year. So I want to see if I can explore that angle and see what it feels like. See how, like, vegan meals, Niger style. Yes, I want to try that out this year. Another thing that I want to do this year is try to avoid impulse buying. And that is something you too should do. You should buy things that you actually need, and not things that you think you will need. For instance, when it comes to some foodstuffs, sometimes I do impulse buying. I live in the north, and there are some vegetables that are very cheap. So sometimes I buy some vegetables, and I'm like, we might need it for a while. And sometimes, because vegetables are perishable items, and at the end of the day, I don't use it as much as I thought I would use it, and sometimes it ends up wasting. And for now, I do not compost, so it's a waste. I'm adding to landfill. And also this year I'm just buying what I actually need. And if I'm going to buy like non-perishable foodstuffs, then I'll try to buy them in bulk, or encourage my household to buy in bulk non-perishable food items. But for perishable food items, I'll try to just buy what I need to avoid waste. And it even costs more than it goes beyond just perishable foods. Other food items too, it goes more than just food items. Other things, try to buy what you actually need: clothing, shoes, skincare. Just buy what you actually need and not what you think you might need. It will help you. It will help your pocket, and it will help the environment in the long run. Another thing that I want to do this year is explore more. Already, I love to travel, and I wish to go out more, travel more, explore more. Try to appreciate nature. Try to be one with nature. And once you go out and you see more, you go hiking, you see all these natural habitats, and you see all these natural places, and go beyond just your normal urban hustle and bustle, you tend to appreciate nature more, and you will want to do better for nature, and you want to see what you could do you would like to see what you can do to make the environment better. You would like to see what you could do that you do not see litter everywhere. You try to see if you could pick up dirt anywhere you go to, if you could, or if you could donate waste bins in areas that you feel need this waste bins, so that you could help with waste collections in your local area and stuff like that. And I believe that we could be able to have a sustainable 2022. And if you have other sustainable resolutions, or things you think that we could learn from, or things that we could incorporate to our everyday lifestyles, especially as we are human beings or people going through a sustainable journey, you could tell me in the comment section down below. So thank you very much, and I hope that in this year 2022 we are going to be better versions of ourselves. We are going to We are going to better versions of ourselves. We are going to hone our crafts. We are going to hone our skills. Whether you have a resolution list or not, you're just going to be better than who you were in 2021, than who you were in 2020. And let us also pray for Corona to leave us. So try to be safe. Do the things that you know is going to keep you away from harm's way. If you're Nigerian, I think I'm going to be buttressing it in almost all my videos this year. Please do go get your PVC. Please be invested in our political system. Please try to do better for us and for your unborn children, because the decisions you make today are going to help you in the long run. Bye-bye. And remember, you can be the change that you want to see. Bye-bye.